In this lesson, I'm going to be covering search engine optimization, otherwise known as SEO. Now, search engine optimization is basically the process of making a website search engine friendly so that it moves up the ranking on the search engine results page, which has the acronym SERP or SERP. The main search engines that people rank for are Google, Yahoo and Bing, but there are a number of others. Now, this is also known as organic results, and they result in free traffic once ranked. There are other results that appear on search engine pages, but they are pay-per-click ads. Now, the aim with SEO is to rank on the first page for desired keywords. And unless you've been living under a rock somewhere, the number one search engine to rank on would be Google, but Yahoo and Bing are still good options. The top 3 organic results get the greatest share of the search traffic, and you need to know that SEO takes a lot of work, although a lot of it can be outsourced. So roughly 93 to 95% of traffic on a search engine results page goes to the organic results, and only about 5 to 7% of the ads. So you can see the power of SEO here. Once you have something ranked, you'll be getting loads of traffic for free. But when you think about it, it's not really for free, because there would have been work, or you would have had to pay someone to assist you in getting your page ranked. Now, the criteria that the search engines use to determine page rank is complicated, and it's continuously changing. Google update their algorithms on a regular basis, and Google have over 200 factors that determine ranking. SEO is very competitive because you have a ton of people trying to compete to get their website ranked higher than others. Can take a bit of time to get pages to go up the ranking. It's not easily scalable like paid traffic. The thing is, once something's ranked, you will get the organic search results that go to that keyword. But for paid traffic, generally the more you pay, the more traffic you can get. Extensive keyword research should be conducted to ensure your site is targeted at the result you want to achieve. For that, I mean buyer keywords. You need to research the relevance to your product, the popularity and the competition. And you can use the Google Keyword Planner. And I'll just give you a bit of a demo of how to look up keywords using Google's Keyword Planner later in the lesson. There's also a free SEO analysis tool called Traffic Travis. This is quite useful to analyze your own website and also your competitors' websites. Now, I've just jumped over to Google and I've typed in a keyword, good weight loss products, and I just want to show you where the organic results are. The organic results begin under this line right here. Above the line, they are pay-per-click ads, and also these images here are ads, and all these down here are also ads across the right-hand side. The organic results are actually here. So for good weight loss products, the number one on the search engine at the moment, for me, because I'm in Australia, the best weight loss pills in Australia is coming up number 1. Number 2 is this Dr. Oz 100 best weight loss tips. So these here are all the organic results, and these results get the lion's share of the clicks on the search engine page. Now, I've just gone into another search. I know that the Venus Factor is a weight loss product that sells very well through ClickBank. So I just typed in Venus Factor reviews, and you can see that for the Venus Factor reviews keyword, there are no pay-per-click ads. So all of the results are actually organic. And another thing to note is that a YouTube video has ranked number 3 on the Google search for Venus Factor reviews. So if your video has the right factors behind it and you've done the right work for it, it's then possible to rank in the first page of Google. So that's pretty powerful, given the fact that YouTube videos are actually free to upload and host. Now, just going back to the pay-per-click, I know we're talking about SEO, but I just wanted you to note that you'd pay more for the results above this line here than you would for the results on the right if you're considering pay-per-click ads. But I'll be covering more on that in the pay-per-click lesson. Now, there are 2 aspects to SEO. There is on-page SEO and off-page SEO, and I'll be going through both of those in this lesson. Now, first I'll go through the on-page SEO factors, well, the main ones anyway. The domain should contain main keyword, which always helps, e.g. makemoneyonline.com if you're in the make money online niche. Best domains are .com, .net and .org. Individual pages should also include targeted keywords, e.g. forextrading.com/advantages instead of forextraining.com page 3. Relevant keywords are in the title tags. Websites have various tags within the HTML section of them. They're not that hard, but if you're not very tech savvy, you may want to outsource this task to a programmer. You want to have your relevant keywords in the description tag. This used to be part of the ranking formula, but it has since been removed by Google. Now, I've just flicked back over to Google and I just want to show you where information of those tags appear. Now, for this particular one here, the best weight loss pills in Australia, that is what's written in the title tag. So anything on the title tag will come up here on the search engine results, and the description tag is this little bit of information right here. That's why, despite Google not using this in their formula, it's best to have it there, because this is what people first see when they're looking at the search engine results, and seeing this can sway their decision on whether they decide to click on your website or not. Now, you want to use decent keyword frequency in your content. Don't be too spammy, because you want it to make sense, and Google's algorithm detects it if you're putting too many keywords in your content. The file name and alt tags for images should be relevant. Now, Google's algorithms do pick up the file name for the images and also the alt tag on the images. As an example, if you're targeting hotels in New York and you have a photo of the Hilton Hotel New York, the file name should be Hilton Hotel New York, and the alt tag could be New York Hotels or Hilton Hotel New York. You don't want to have a file name that says image01, and you don't want to leave the alt tags blank or have something that doesn't make sense. So just be mindful of that when you're setting up a website. You need to have a sitemap on your website, and your site needs to have a good structure and easy navigation. That means having internal links going from page to page and easy to find things such as contact details, etc., etc. You need to have unique and engaging content. You need to format content appropriately and have your keyword bolded every now and then. Use of italics and paragraphs. Have a low bounce rate. How quick a visitor clicks away from your website. So if a user goes into your website and clicks straight out very quickly, that is not good for your rankings. If the content is engaging and the site looks good, good structure, easy navigation, etc., the user will generally stay on your website for a fair period of time. So in Google's eyes, that means that site is useful and it deserves to go higher up the ranking. And that leads into this point, which is the time visitors spend on your site. The difference between these two, a bounce rate just means when someone clicks on your site and immediately clicks out, and the other one is just a recording of the time that visitors spend on your site. The number of return visitors is also recorded, and the inclusion of engaging images and videos helps with the previous 3 points and also is a factor in Google ranking. Now, fast page load, that is basically how quick your page loads. If you go to Google Page Speed Insights, you can check how quick your website is loading, and a good guide is it should be above 90%, and that's regarded as fast page load. Now, the frequency and freshness of content, that just means to post new content on a regular basis. Google doesn't like stale content that's been sitting there for ages. Displaying social signals in your posts, e.g. Facebook like and share buttons. Have internal links within your website, which goes back to the navigation. Internal links should have keyword and non-keywords in anchor texts, and anchor text is the display text within the links. Having outbound links to authority sites. Have a related post section at the bottom of the page. Make it mobile friendly. That way you can look at it on iPhones and iPads, etc. Now, for more detail on on-page SEO, go to ericstips.com/tips/lesson77. Now, Eric Holman is a very successful marketer, and he explains on-page SEO in really, really good detail. So if you do want to get further detail on this and you are interested, just take a look at that free video there. Okay, I'll just go to the Google Keyword Planner and show you how to get keyword ideas and also find out a bit more information about particular keywords. Now, the Keyword Planner can be used for working out which keywords you want to rank for, and it can also be used to research keywords if you want to advertise with pay-per-click. Now, the URL you need to go to is adwords.google.com/keyword planner, or you can simply type into the Google search engine Google Keyword Planner and it'll be the first result there, Google AdWords. As you can see, mine's got the .au there because I'm in Australia. So what you do is click Google AdWords. Now I'm already signed in, but if you don't have a Google account, go ahead and set up a Google account and then you'll be able to use Google's Keyword Planner. A Google account is very important because you need it for other things like being able to display Google AdSense ads on your website and also being able to launch pay-per-click campaigns. Now what you do is you get to the Keyword Planner screen. If you do log in through Google AdWords, you'll just need to go to the Tools option first. Now you've got a number of options here, but I would go for Search for New Keyword Ad Groups, and what you want to do is type in a keyword you're looking for. So you can either type in a targeted keyword or just a general keyword to get you ideas. For this example, I'll just target a general keyword, and that will be, say, weight loss. You don't need to fill in any of these two sections. For targeting, you can leave it as all locations, or you can target specific countries. So if you do leave it at all locations, it'll bring up basically the whole world, global results. A lot of times I'll target the top 5 English-speaking countries. So what I might do is type in Australia, United States, United Kingdom, Canada, New Zealand. This also has the ability to target other geographical areas. For example, states in the USA, and I'll just show you. You have Colorado, Columbia, Colorado Springs. So you even have other smaller regions within countries. It's defaulted to English for language, so I'll just leave it to English, but you can choose other ones. I'll leave it as Google. You can choose Google or Google Search Partners. Negative keywords, I'll leave it as blank for now, but just to give you a bit of an explanation of what negative keywords are. Negative keywords are used in pay-per-click campaigns, and what they do is by typing a negative keyword in here, it actually stops the display of keywords that are linked to that negative keyword. And I'll give you an example. If you're doing a pay-per-click campaign on, say, hotels in New York City, so keywords that you might target are hotels in New York, hotels in New York City, cheap hotels in New York, for example, but you wouldn't want to have the word jobs in there, for example, like hotel jobs in New York, because if your advertising is targeting people who are purchasing accommodation in hotels in New York, you really don't want to waste your ad on people that are targeting employment in New York hotels. So that's just the purpose for negative keywords. It just saves you a bit of money on your pay-per-click campaigns. Now there's other options there. Show average monthly searches for the last 12 months. That's fine. Keyword filters. There are further options in terms of the average monthly searches, suggested bids, and impression share here if you want to narrow down your search as well as your competition. But in this particular case, I'll just leave it blank. And under keyword options, there are some further targeting options in there, which I will just leave. So you don't really need to touch that either. And keywords to include. With this option, if you're looking for specific phrases that you want to search for, you can put that into this option here. But for this example, we don't need to do that. So once you've got your targeting set up, you click Get Ideas. What you'll find here is a graph on how many people have searched for any of the keywords that are linked to weight loss. And as you can see, it goes over a year period, with the average monthly searches in January being the highest over the past year with 4.1 million monthly searches. Down here you've got ad group ideas and keyword ideas. I'll just flick over to keyword ideas for now, and this will then give you a whole heap of keywords related to weight loss. The main keyword is up here, weight loss. And I'll just run through the columns here. You have the average monthly searches for the criteria you specified, which is again over here on the left, and that is 135,000. You have the competition. That's more for pay-per-click and how much competition there is on that keyword from advertisers, and it's actually high on this particular one. You have suggested bid. That is roughly what people are paying for pay-per-click ads for this keyword. Now this column here, ad impression share, and ad impression share is the number of impressions you've received divided by the total number of searches that match the keyword in the past month, and then it displays it as a percentage. Now I haven't used pay-per-click advertising in the past month out of this Google account, so mine's showing 0%, but it's basically there to help identify potential opportunities that the keyword has to get impressions or clicks. Now, if you want to compile a decent list of keywords that you want to target for SEO purposes, what you want to do is just scroll through the keywords and look at the information about them. And when you see keywords that you want to target, you simply copy the keyword and then paste it to a notepad or a Word document, and then scroll through and copy as many keywords as you'd like to target. I'll suggest you target at least 10, but better off targeting 20 or 30, but there is no limit for what you can target. So then you just choose the ones that are more appropriate. Now if you're selling a weight loss product, you might want to target weight loss pills, weight loss tips, and you can also target keywords that are the other way around. So for example, you might have weight loss tips, or you might have tips for weight loss as well. And now just a tip, if you are targeting to sell a product, a good way is to target keywords with buyer intent. For example, if you have words like discount weight loss product, the word discount in there shows that the person's got buyer intent. What normally happens when a person searches for something, they go in and then they'll type in weight loss products, and then they might see something they like, and then they might type in Garcinia, which is a popular product at the moment, and then they might type in Garcinia review, and once they've decided that they want to buy it, they will possibly type in buy Garcinia, or get Garcinia cheap, or discount Garcinia. So you want to really look for those buyer intent keywords and target those ones, because with those ones you will get more sales just because they have buyer intent behind them. And when you're looking at this information, if you see ones with high competition, it's going to be a bit harder to rank for than the ones with medium and low competition. So you want to just keep that one in mind. Now the weight loss one here is high, but you can target it, but it'd be harder to rank at the top of weight loss, just the fact that there'll be so many results in the weight loss thing. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it is a bit harder. I think the ideal ones are the ones with low or medium competition and have buyer intent. For me, I believe they're the money ones. Yeah, so you can just scroll down. You've got 1 to 30 there, and you just scroll to the next page, and there you have some more weight loss. So you just want to scroll through these and just pick the best ones that you want to target for SEO purposes. And if you're doing PPC, you just use the same technique, but with PPC you just want to check your suggested bids here, so you know how much it's going to cost if you want to advertise for that keyword. Now there's also ad group ideas. If you just click on that, that gives you some suggested ad groups. So for example, weight tips has 17 keywords in it, and the total of those keywords has a average monthly search of 96,550. And if you click on weight tips, it'll actually break down all the different keywords that make up the weight tips. It's just a suggested group that you can advertise to when you do your pay-per-click campaigns, but it also can lead you in the right direction when trying to find related keywords and help you with your keyword ideas for SEO purposes as well. And it also gives you an idea of how much search volumes are going through those keywords. For SEO purposes, if you can rank at one of those keywords that has a high average monthly searches, obviously the organic traffic you're going to get is going to be huge, so just keep that in mind. I'll now talk about off-page SEO. Off-page SEO is basically things that need to be done outside of your website. Now the main thing with off-page SEO is backlinks to your site, and that's quality and quantity. What a backlink is just a link going to your site from another site, and some sites are regarded as higher quality than others in Google's eyes. So you just need to think of sites as votes. A link from a site that's quality is worth more votes than a link from a site that is of low quality. Then the quantity of the links is important too. The higher the page rank of the site where the link is coming from, the more value that the search engines give to the link. Vary the anchor text of the links. As mentioned previously, the anchor text is the display text of the links. You need to include keywords on the links, and if you're targeting multiple keywords, vary them up so you've got different keywords on different links coming back to your site. The authority of the site having the backlink, so if it's a high authority site, then that is good in the eyes of Google. And there's some free tools to analyze your competitors' backlinks, and they are monitorbacklinks.com and ranksignals.com. Now if you're looking to rank for a particular keyword, and you see some of your competitors ranking for that keyword when you do a Google search, just use one of these tools to just see where their backlinks are coming from, and that is pretty useful information when you want to start building up your own backlinks. And there's some advanced tools for SEO analysis, and they are SEO Spyglass and ahrefs.com. There are a number of others in this regard, but these two are pretty good. Now there's a few factors in relation to backlinks that I just want to run through with you. Links from high PR rank sites are worth more than lower PR sites. What PR stands for is page rank, and basically it's a way that Google measures the importance of website pages. Now there's having relevant anchor text in your links and a variety of anchor text in your links. Now there was a time when a lot of links on a page linking to your website was considered good by Google, but this led to a lot of people putting multiple links on pages, and then websites started to look really spammy, so Google have changed their algorithm, and now fewer links on a page that links to you is better. Links from any spammy sites, porn sites, link farms or gambling sites have little value, as Google frowns upon these types of sites. Editorial links are better, and then the keyword relevancy of the page, which basically means if the page is relevant to the keyword that you're targeting. So for example, if your site was related to dog training and a page had a link to your site and or something in the dog niche or even the dog training niche, that is better than having a link to your site from something to do with weight loss, for example. And Google considers .edu or .gov of high value, as they are generally reputable websites. And another thing which is similar to backlinks are social bookmarks. It's like when you bookmark favorites, but people have actually bookmarked these on social websites, which are normally high authority sites. And I've explained this a bit more in the video traffic lesson. How on earth would you get links? There is automated link building like senute.com, but you have to be careful because Google are very strict and you can get penalized by Google for being spam. So if you're going to use the automated link building, you need to be very careful. Submissions of articles with links in article directories, in posts in social media sites or in community sites, fan pages, groups, etc. There's a signature in your forum. So what that means is when you comment on relevant topics in forums, where your signature is, you just have a link to your website. If you share information in sites like Wikipedia and Yahoo Answers, etc., you can have the links back to your site in there. Classified ad sites is another one. There's press releases, and there are sites where you can actually release statements about a certain topic and submit them to those sites. This can be really powerful because a lot of these sites have a high PR, and you can simply ask for links. So what we mean by that is you can contact a site owner and just ask them if they'd be prepared to link to your site. You know, you'd need to have a good reason and it needs to be relevant, but sometimes they will agree to it. You may even want to say you'll link to their site if they link to yours, something like that. You can network with other people in your niche, and by doing that, people will naturally link to you. So if you're providing value to others, they are more likely to link to your website naturally. Now you can join a link network, which is basically paying for links on a site, e.g. SEO Linkvine or Backlinks Ninja. You can build your own link network. You can have multiple websites and social media accounts, and these websites can basically link back to each other. These actually do require a bit of technical knowledge, but there are some products out there that will automate this process for you. Then basically just natural link accumulation through providing either good content, highly controversial content, good images, competitions, etc. So that is pretty self-explanatory. If you have good content, people are going to likely link to you. And if you have controversial content, which is something that will spark a lot of debate and a lot of interest, that's when you can actually get your content to go viral and then get a ton of traffic as well. And I've covered this off a bit more in the viral traffic lesson. There's video promotions. And a common way of getting your site ranked is to outsource these tasks to an SEO firm. And when you do that, just check reviews and get quotes, as it can get quite expensive depending on the keywords that you're targeting. There's a cheap way of getting backlinks, and you can use Fiverr.com, Elance or Odesk. But again, be careful with this, because if it begins to look spammy in the eyes of Google, they could then penalize your website. How to get social bookmarks? Well, as previously explained, it's a record of a web address that can be utilized for future reference. And social bookmarking is the sharing of bookmarks on social media. You can share your own bookmarks to your friends on social media, e.g. Facebook or Twitter. A good way of going is submit to a social bookmarking network. So when you do this, you want to change and vary the anchor text and description to cover multiple keywords. And some good social bookmarking networks are Dig, Reddit, and Social Adder. I've actually used Social Adder myself, and it is very good. Now, if you're interested in off-page SEO and you want to know a bit more detail, just go to ericstips.com tips/lesson 78, and Eric just goes through off-page SEO in greater detail in this lesson. It's very, very good. I recommend it. Now, before I wrap up this lesson, I'll just go through some SEO resources for you. You have Google SEO Starter Guide, Google's 200 ranking factors, and a list of positive and negative factors for Google ranking. I'll have these links at the bottom of the video that you can check out. As you can see, there's a lot of factors in getting your website ranked, but SEO is still a good way to get traffic, and the good thing is it is free once you get your website ranked. And if you are interested in learning SEO and you can get your website ranked, you may even be able to charge people to rank their website, so it can be another potential income stream for you. Okay, so I hope I haven't confused you, and don't get too overwhelmed. Now, if you're getting overwhelmed, don't worry about it. There's plenty of other forms of traffic, and really, if you have no idea, there are plenty of resources out there that are available to help you with SEO and get your website ranked. Thanks for watching this lesson, and I'll see you in the next lesson.